pull that. This back. Was that trash?
I think this is your drink.
No, I drank mine. I've had it in there. That's yours.
Why are you obsessed with my drinks?
All right. Make sure our mics are up. You can hear us, right? All right. If you want to use, that's a cell phone stand. If you want to use that, you can. People like to put their phones there. All right. So you got to tell us who you are. And we are back, you guys. Let me backtrack. We are back. We just had an awesome and amazing session from Dame Dash himself. Serial entrepreneur. I didn't even know he had a network. Did you know he had a network, Talia? Did you know he had a network?
No, I didn't know he was interested.
I did not know he had a network, so that was dope. I did definitely join it. So we are at the final last, maybe like 30 minutes of CreatorCon Detroit. This is day 2, the final day of the 3rd annual CreatorCon Detroit at the Cambria Hotel downtown. So we have a new guest here. Yes. So you got to tell us who you are, your name, and what's your business.
Okay. I am Katrina Cross Daniels.
Of
Katrina Cross Photography. And that's who I am.
Katrina Cross. All right, let me get this on here. So what is your Instagram?
Katrina Cross Photography.
Katrina Cross with a K or a C?
A C.
Katrina Cross Photography, the whole thing?
Yes. I have Katrina Cross Photography, Katrina Cross Boudoir. You can pull up either one.
And that's on Instagram, right?
Yes.
No, you said boudoir?
Yeah, I thought you would like that. That's her. She likes to talk. We talk about everything. So she likes to talk about sexual things.
Oh Lord.
Is that right? Katrina Cross Photography. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Dope. All right. So tell us. Okay. You said the main word. So tell us a little bit more about how long you've been doing this and who you are.
Okay. So again, Katrina Cross Photography. I am a photographer. I am a wedding and boudoir photographer. The way I like to explain my boudoir is I help women who are ready to embrace their strength and beauty, just celebrate themselves. So
I love it. Okay. That's dope. So can they see these pictures, or do you have to go somewhere else to see the photos of your?
There's some on the Katrina Cross Boudoir page. People can go and see that.
Okay. Gotcha.
So tell me about boudoir and what kind of photos are these and what's happening?
Okay, so those are more of the intimate photos, but I like to describe myself as classy boudoir. Okay. So there's not no real raunchiness. A lot of times when people hear boudoir, they think raunchy, porn.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stigmas to it.
Right.
Just said I wanted to turn it and put a twist on it. It is not what you think.
Yeah.
But it's still beautiful and intimate, and I started it because after going through some adversities of my own life, a lot of times us as women, we are self-conscious about things about ourselves. We have our own little icks and hiccups, and then the other side is we never take time to celebrate us. We feel like we have to do everything for everybody else, and we never take time for us.
Yeah.
So I wanted to embrace those women and let them see that you are beautiful. And I wanted to be able to let them see themselves the way I see them from a photographer's standpoint.
Okay. I like that.
How long have you been doing the sexy photos, the classy sexy photos?
I'm probably full time in the last 4 years. I've been shooting photography professionally in the last 10 years. But about 4 years was the boudoir was more mainstream for me.
Was it something personally, like you said, that happened that made you say maybe you did it, and maybe you were like, hey, I want to do this for the other females as well?
Yeah, I've always been interested in boudoir. I've always been interested in women empowerment and all of that. But after going through I was married for 25 years and went through a divorce unexpectedly, and when that happened, it made every little insecurity that I had about myself was raised to
just highlighted.
To the top. Yeah. So I was like, oh, is it my big thighs?
Yeah.
So everything became to the forefront for me, and I went and had my own boudoir session, and just to be more inspired. And I saw how it really kind of made me be like, wow, that's me. I did that. All those things that I think negatively about myself.
Right.
When I saw it in photos, it was amazing.
Yeah.
See?
And I said,
Like that's his loss.
Yeah. I just wanted other women to have that experience.
That's good. That's
just
dope.
appreciate themselves and their bodies, right?
Yeah. So do they provide, do you have a whole studio where they come to your studio and do it, or do they go somewhere else?
Yeah, right now, in between studios, I had a studio in Southfield. So right now I use other creative studios.
Okay.
I'm in talks with a studio in Detroit, so we're trying to see where that's going to go. But yeah, so I do use it. I do go to a studio.
Have you ever gone to like a lady's house, like a personal? Okay.
I have done that. I've done that. I've done maybe twice with a hotel situation, but I prefer either like in studio or their home. It would be my second choice.
Yes, yeah. Because I can imagine like some females, like myself, I'd be like, I don't want to go to the studio, but you can come here to my house. You know, I feel a little bit more comfortable or something. So, because I on different shows or different places where people surprise their husband or their new husband with these photos or something like that, or themselves.
Yeah. I tell everybody, do it for yourself. You know, make this all about you. And if you have a bonus person, then that's just a bonus for them. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Outside of brides, I do bridal boudoir. So that is for brides who are soon to be brides getting married, and then they want to do these sessions to gift that as their husband to be gift on the wedding day. Yeah. So I do that as well.
Do you do the full photo book and all that kind of stuff too?
I only do products. I'm a photographer.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, you get digitals with whatever you order. Like if you order an album and they come with 20 prints, then I give you the 20 digitals. I don't just do digital because this is an important time in your life, and I don't want it to live on a digital, like in the world of it's just out there floating around in digital. I want you to be able to celebrate yourself, see yourself in print, like realize all that work you did to get to this session.
Right.
Like this is what it was worth, you know.
Yes.
I want you to be able to relive that moment every time you look at it.
Sure. Okay. Are there like themes, or is it just like if someone says, "Okay, I don't know," that's what I'm asking. Like, how do you create the environment, or you just go with what someone wants to do?
Yeah, I absolutely have like a consultation with every person. I talk to them so I can see what it is that they're looking for, what is their why, like, and their reasoning of why they want to do this now. I have a lot of people tell me, oh, you know, even if it's for a birthday, like, oh, it's my birthday, but you can do anything in the world for your birthday. Why you want to do this? So I just want to dig deep. I want to understand, you know, why we're here, why you feel like, you know, that you need this in your life right now.
Yeah.
So depending on that will help us create the mood and the tone.
Have you ever like done like, I guess you could call it like cold calling or whatever, but you see someone online, you're like, hey, would you like a photo session? Or have you ever done that before?
I haven't before. I mean, I always talk about it because I know some women don't understand what it is sometimes. So I do try to like get it out there on my social media, like what it is, but I haven't just like reached out to somebody and say to do it because I want them to really be in a place,
an organic experience.
For sure. Yeah. No, I get it. I just wanted to ask the question. Like I saw somebody on Instagram, like, oh, you know what?
I did have one time, and it was probably my last, where a girl, a lady gifted her lady friend a birthday session. It was her birthday, and she wanted to do this for her, which is beautiful and it's nice. But the thing about it, she wanted to surprise her with it, and it just didn't go over as well. Like
that wouldn't work for me either.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's like, because they're not really prepared. If you're gonna purchase something for your friend, I want them to at least know about it. Like you can surprise them with the purchase, right?
Yeah.
But then I need to talk to them, and we need to know what we're doing, and we need to plan it because she wasn't like thrilled about her wardrobe that they picked for her. And
that's me.
They picked the wardrobe.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah, like it was literally like walk in, like boom, surprise.
Oh no! See, I thought it was more like in my head. I thought it was like, oh, I'm getting you a gift, and then you like, oh
no.
So was it like walk in the studio and it was?
I think they may have told her that she was just coming for a regular photo shoot. She knew she was coming to the studio, but she didn't know it was boudoir and you know, you talking about lingerie and all of these things.
No, I gotta pick my own stuff for that. That's
true.
I don't even like somebody say, "Hey, surprise, we're going horseback riding." I would have been like, "Wait a minute, I like my shoes, my boots, my shirt." You know?
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm more open this stuff.
Yeah, that's not. My husband is always like, "Man, it's hard to surprise you." I'm like, "Yeah, I need to know something. Give me a hint or whatever." So, how you said you've been doing adult photography for how long?
10 years professionally. It's been long before that. I started off as a school mom photographer. My son played sports since he was 7. So I was always doing that until one day somebody said, "Oh, can you shoot a wedding?" I was like, "Well, I've never shot a wedding."
Yeah.
But, you know, I did it. You know, learn from that.
Do you like what what time been talking so much today?
Yeah.
What type of photography do you like to actually shoot?
Boudoir. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
That's our number one thing.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, I love weddings. I love love stories,
Yeah.
even though I went through my own heartaches, and which was surprisingly like right when I went through the unexpected, like this is done for us.
Yeah.
It was during wedding season for me.
Oh.
So it was in the month of I think June, and I had like a few weddings lined up right behind that. So that was like one of the hardest.
That was a test.
Yeah.
You know, when you go into a wedding, and everybody's there to celebrate
joyful,
love.
you don't feel like
you know, you're the best thing in my life, and all of this. And
She's
I'm
about
like,
to throw a
on the
camera
way.
like.
Yeah, but I, you know, put on face, you know, and deal with that heartache,
Yeah.
you know, internally, because you still gotta like be smiling for your clients. So that was truly a test.
Yes.
So I went through that, but so I do still love weddings, but I'm more passionate about boudoir and women in power.
I love it. I mean, because that was your story. You know what I'm saying? So, and as we said, and we've talked to a lot of different people, it's been so dope to hear like people's stories and how they got to this point. It like behind you, it was she has juices and stuff like that, you know, like, oh, for this means I've been doing this because this, or I went through this, whatever. Somebody else sat down and was like, oh, somebody's story was I got married and that's why I'm here, but I did this. It's just been so good to like meet and network with everyone. So what was your reason to come to CreatorCon? Like, what have you gained from being here?
Well, I've gained a whole lot. I'm actually here working on the photographer's team.
Okay.
So I'm here capturing the event, you know, for Robert and with Shadia on her photography team. But just hearing all the knowledge and all the inspiring stories from all the speakers has just been amazing. Even attending the Chase events this morning was just, you know, phenomenal. Talking about your brand story and email marketing. It was so much knowledge dropped. In these 2 days.
Last year as well?
I didn't make it last year.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to compare the two and see. This is our first year here as well. Again, you guys, we're at CreatorCon Detroit. This is the last day, like the last hour. There are still vendors here. There's still people here. So how many photographers? Because there's so many photographers here and videographers here. How many are on the team, you know?
Ooh, I think it's probably at least overall spread out around here. It might be like 20 of us
wow.
here on the team, in between videographers and content creators and photographers. My main job was covering the main area. So, so we're kind of spread out and got our own little areas to cover.
Yeah. I'm wondering what 2025 is going to look like.
Oh, I think that's going to be amazing. When Robert said that he's thinking big and looking at Little Caesars Arena.
Yeah, it's bigger than this.
I think he can definitely.
Yeah, let's make it a few more days. Throw some food in there.
It was long days. I'm like,
we need some. Robert, can we get some like Chick-fil-A or get some a beef patty or something? Some fruit, some chips, some hummus, something.
Like some spa in there too.
Yeah, we need some sponsors. Any sponsors that want to sponsor CreatorCon Detroit? We need some food trucks. Now that's a good one, especially for the photographers that are running around here.
That's what we need.
Yeah,
we're like, time to relax.
Yes, so that's definitely 100%. So, but I'm excited to see this. I mean, it's a lot of great Black businesses that are here, but it's more than Black businesses. It's a lot of everybody in here. It's a very diverse crowd in terms of what everybody is showcasing. We had henna. How's your henna hat? Where is Shanna?
No, you remember
Oh, she got the brown one. Oh, okay.
It's gonna get dark. So it's
Yeah. So my cousin got the henna.
Yeah.
So it's been cool. So are you, let me ask you this. So if you weren't doing photography, what would you be doing?
It's so weird. What I always thought I was going to do, and I never did it, but I wanted to, was forensic science. I wanted to go back on the things when.
With the crime? Yes.
I love it.
I'm not one of the true crime people.
Girl.
I know that y'all be really into it.
Oh my God. My husband actually said this thing. He was like, this is you. I won't watch like horror films and like ghosts and all that. But if you turn on one of them, like such a died. And, and it was like her tongue pulled out. She got this. And I'll be like, you know, but in a horror film, I'll be like,
oh my gosh.
I love that stuff.
Way more brutal because it's true.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that, but I do love horror movies as well.
Yeah. I used to watch them, but I think
they're fake now. Like,
yeah, like
how they used to be when I was as a kid. Those were horror movies.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, I mean, you are funny horror.
Yeah. Yeah, I just but I don't even go into like the spiritual side of things, like the ghosts, poltergeist type. I'd be like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. We'll stick with this. Yeah. Nope. So she said she would be a friend. Well, what if you were a photographer?
Yeah, that came after I started doing photography. Then I was like, well, maybe I still could do it, but being a photographer,
see.
That's deep. I'm gonna pass on that one
because you're saying like, people, that's their job to go and take.
That's right.
And I was like, can I do that?
And it tells the story. You got like a whole story. I can see that. That'd be kind of dope. That's dope. Yeah, but you got to be a good photographer because you can get fired like on site.
She said she said she know what she doing.
For sure. For sure.
Oh yeah. See, I'm very detailed. I just tell stories with my photos, so I'll be able to see the scene and be able to for people to look at the photos and know exactly what happened.
See, she's gonna hit us up and be like, "Hey y'all, guess what? I got a job. I work for Wayne County."
Any police stations or anybody out there that needs a photographer for
your crime scene?
Yes, could you cross, please?
I've always wanted to do that.
That's dope. All right. Well, anything else you want to tell the audience, or how you want to end the night?
Just outside of my boudoir photography, I have a initiative. It's like a campaign. It's called I Am Worthy. So that's what I also do with my women that come to me. They can do the boudoir sessions on, or they can like do it as a different. It's called I Am Worthy, where I allow them to also. I record them on video, telling their story, their why, and I put them on like YouTube and everything. So a lot of times when people are able to like voice and tell their story, it's free. And just being in that moment with the ladies, I've had them share so much with me that they were like, I've never talked about it. I've never shared this. And they feel more freeing afterwards.
Right.
So I do love the I Am Worthy aspect to my boudoir. And again, you can find me on Instagram, Katrina Cross Photography for like weddings and portraits, and Katrina Cross Boudoir for all the empowerment sessions and the I Am Worthy.
Gotcha. So is the other one in the, if someone goes to the Katrina Cross Photography,
yeah,
you have
it's on the in the bio where you can click it and go right to the boudoir.
That's dope. Well, if you guys are looking for a photographer, please do hit up Katrina. So we appreciate you stopping by 50 Shades of Life. Please do follow us if you don't, and hit us up. We are always looking for photographers too, because we plan on being at more events.
Yes.
All right. You have a great night and good luck with I don't know, I gotta lose like 30 pounds.
I believe in the moment of telling people, let's embrace you the way you are today. You're only going to be how you are today. We always say, let us change this, change that. And it's great if it changes. Then we'll redo it again if you want to. But a lot of times, if we don't change, that never happens.
Yeah, this change is going to happen. It's got to. All right. Well, blessings. All right, take care.
Yes.
Nobody said what? You said what? What do you think?
Nobody else is doing the podcast. I love that.
Right now? Are they doing it? Oh. You want to sit down? You want to talk? All right, let's go. You're welcome. All right, you gotta grab your headphones. All right, let me get this Katrina off of here. They be like, that is not Katrina.
Right.
All right, you gotta tell us, who are you? He just popped in on the scene, y'all. So anything that we are doing today, we are gonna re-put back on our YouTube. That's where we actually put our YouTube every other weekends when we launch. So we actually normally pre-record. We're never live.
Right.
What's your YouTube? Because I'm
Everything
right
is
now.
50 Shades of Life. Everything.
Do it right now.
If you scan this, it'll take you to our link tree as well. Uh-oh, he lost his phone. I thought you had it, but that was your drink. You don't want.
I do. I want to talk to y'all more.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. All right. So tell us, who are you? What's your name?
Coach Danny.
Coach Danny?
That's my name.
Okay.
Who am I?
Yes.
I'm the coach you call when you're ready to be a disciple of discipline.
Disciple of
I'm a
discipline.
life coach.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm about to create, I already have a YouTube for a personal account.
All
I'm gonna
right.
switch that to a business account
Okay.
because y'all inspired me.
Oh.
50 Shades
Yes.
of
50
life.
Yes. We talk about everything, life. Everything.
Like, you guys have a podcast, and I'm not envious. I'm inspired, Raquel
Good.
and Mrs. Talia.
Mhm.
I'm inspired by y'all,
Oh,
and I want to start a podcast because of y'all.
thank you. Well, welcome to the podcast world. Let's
I'm
say you start
here.
right here, right now. This is gonna be your first
Here.
episode.
I'm here.
So what are you gonna on your podcast?
Can I cuss or no?
Yes.
Can I say the N word?
I think I've said it multiple times.
Okay. This is what you go. Ask me the question again. Now that I know.
Okay. What are you gonna talk about on your podcast?
Real nigga activities.
Real activities. Okay. What is that?
I am the #1 life coach in the Midwest. That is
Okay.
not an opinion. That is
All right.
fact.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I will provide some of that. But I
Okay.
can't tell you everything. They gonna have to come to my podcast and check it out. My first guest, I'm gonna offer it to y'all too.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it can be a collab.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, what kind of coaching are you doing with these real dudes or females or males or
Anyway,
folks?
so I don't coach anybody.
Okay.
Okay.
I coach the right people
Oh,
because anybody would stress me out, and I want to be stressed.
No. True.
I coach a specific type of person,
And what type of
What is
person is that?
a person who's dedicated, wants to get better, a person that still knows how to dream, a person that has goals, a person that is not a victim, a person that takes accountability, a person that wants to see other people win. If that's not you, if you a snake, if you selfish, I ain't the coach for you. But I can direct you to a different coach. It's not me.
okay. Okay.
You said no, not that. You can't do that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So what is a? Can you tell us that, or you want to keep it secret? Just let me know. What kind of coaching session is it? What happens?
It's a transformative fee, 30 minutes. I had one today at my office, my tube station in Eastern Market.
Oh, you're in Eastern Market.
That's my office is at.
Okay.
One of my offices, my other office is in Ohio, in Cleveland.
Oh, is that where you're from?
I'm from Ohio. I'm from Columbus, home of the Buckeyes.
Oh.
OHIO. Ohio State Buckeyes. What's up, baby?
I'm a HBCU grad, so
I wanted to go to Morehouse, but I went to Kent State. Kent State was like $9,000 a year. So
it's quite different.
10,000. So 4 years at Kent State was 1 year at Morehouse.
100%. That's
So I went to Kent State. It's a numbers game. And guess
Yeah.
what? My student loans are paid off.
That's what I'm talking
So
about.
I went to Kent State.
Yeah. Mine are not.
I could have went to Morehouse and still been in debt.
Yeah, you would have still been in there for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yes.
I did what I had to do.
All right.
I went down there for a visit, fell in love with it. Like, God dang,
Yeah.
all these beautiful black women.
Is that why you went there?
And we in ATL, so I'm gonna win extra because niggas is extra. And I still went to Kent State.
Okay. Well, so how many drinks have you had?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a couple of shots. This is my second drink. But yesterday was my birthday.
Okay.
36 yesterday. What up?
Happy birthday.
36 Scorpio season. I am the guest.
The
Oh,
biggest Scorpio.
This is Scorpio.
what are your thoughts on Scorpios, Talia?
I love Scorpios.
Yeah.
Kaylin is a Scorpio.
Who's Caitlin? Your daughter? Your son?
My daughter.
Okay. So you and her dad probably was kicking it in February around Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then a real nigga named Caitlin came out.
Hey, she is one. Shout out to Kaylin. Shout out to Kaylin.
Yes, she is. Kaylin, are you watching this? Where is my mom?
Kaylin.
Shout out to
You're
Kaylin.
a real
She
nigga.
is
Your
a real
parents,
nigga.
your mama, and your daddy is a real nigga. They was kicking it probably Valentine's Day,
Oh my God.
February 14th. They went on a little date because your daddy is a real nigga. He was like, listen, Talia, let me do what I got to do. He did it. And here you are.
Yes.
I'm about to share this live right now. If
There's no
everybody
disrespect. And I
She's
want to
supposed to watch.
I want to give all the respect to
would've loved
Mr.
that.
Talia. Mr. Talia, you out here?
Mr.
Respect,
Hey,
brother.
respect.
Respect, brother. I got married June 8th. My wife is the best woman on the planet.
What is your wife? What is her sign?
I don't know. Her birthday is January 11th.
What you mean?
Tell
You
me.
don't
I don't
know?
know. I don't really
She's a
follow signs.
Capricorn.
She a Capricorn.
Yeah.
So is Tyrese. I'm a Capricorn.
Mm.
Manage. Ooh, I ain't gonna say no more.
Okay, tell me more about this life coaching. What's the name of your actual company, sir?
Invest in you coaching. Why? Because the best investment that we can make is in ourselves.
Okay. Kaylin.
Y'all got comments? Y'all getting comments? Did Kaylin say something?
No,
So-
she didn't say that yet.
She says,
Is she watching?
I don't
no,
know.
it's other family members and other
Oh.
friends that are watching
Are
it.
y'all family?
Yeah, we're cousins.
No. So are y'all grandparents, siblings?
No, our grandparents are our grandparents.
Yeah, I was like, what?
She is my first cousin.
So your grandparents are siblings. Her
No.
grandma,
We
your
might be
granddad,
close. No.
is siblings to her grandma.
Nah.
How are y'all
No.
cousins?
So my grandmother is her grandmother. So my
Not
mom.
her grandma. Y'all
We-
parents are siblings.
Correct.
Gotcha. Grandparents.
Yeah.
I was like,
Nice.
He was thinking like second
First
cousins.
Damn, my bad.
Yeah, we're
I'm sorry.
first cousins.
Forgive me.
We
I
gonna blame it on the alcohol.
We're 26
Blame it
days
on
apart.
Yeah.
Whoa, what sign are y'all?
Well, we're different. She's a Gemini and I'm a Taurus.
I'm a
So y'all summer babies.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm May 29th. I'm
And
not
she
quite
June.
summer. I'm May 29th.
So spring and summer. What's
Yes.
better, spring or summer?
We're actually in May. That's not really. That's
Well,
spring.
both of y'all
Spring,
May?
yeah.
Yes, we're both May.
Are you summer or spring?
It's spring. Both
Both
of
of y'all
us are spring.
spring. So what's better? I'm gonna ask y'all. What's better, spring or summer? What's a better month?
May 29th.
No. That's not the question.
I like spring.
What's a better season?
I
Spring
like
or
fall.
I like spring.
That's not the question. Spring or summer?
Summer.
She said spring. She said summer.
Summer.
Why?
Spring because of the reason most people would say because of all the new blooms and
Flowers.
flowers. Yes.
Okay, summer. Why? You know. Why?
I would say summer because I don't have to deal with all the rain. I don't care for rain.
I'm gonna be the deciding factor.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
picking summer.
Okay.
It's just hotter.
Because it's
That's
hotter.
it. That's it.
Yeah, but
But
you
see,
didn't
I
grow up
like-
in the South.
Yeah.
Oh, I grew up in Chicago.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's brutal.
I
Where
thought
I'm
you said
from.
you're from Cleveland or Columbus.
I'm from Columbia, but I was born in Chicago. I didn't move to Ohio until I was 10, in the 4th grade. And my daddy was a pastor. Yeah. PK too. And a Scorpio.
Really?
A PK too and a Scorpio.
I'm gonna look in the camera and say this. First of all, I'm married. But let me say this. I'm a PK and a Scorpio. The biggest Scorpio. Just a Scorpio. I'm not trying to say nothing else. Just on a Scorpio.
Okay. All right. Okay, tell us about I still want to know about your life coaching because this is the very interesting. This is like one of our best lives. Yes.
Okay.
You have entertained us
Yes.
for sure.
Sure.
We have reached our max
I'm not,
before.
I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to educate you on
Educate
me being
me.
a life coach.
Tell me.
Yes, tell us.
Okay.
So wait. So you only educate people that can be educated because you just basically
Everybody
said,
can be educated.
well, you said, quote, I only want to
I don't
be
want to
your
entertain you. I'm not here. I'm not a court jester. I'm a Kappa, and my line name is
No.
Class Clown.
Oh Lord, we
Taking
got Kappa. Here we
I'm
go.
a noob,
Wait a
which means
minute.
I'm made.
Did you
all
say
I'm
you're
gonna
not
say-
a court jester?
I'm not a court jester. I'm a real nigga
Okay, where's my?
because I got a
Where'd
daddy
you
in my
cro-
life.
And you crossed.
Because you
That
got
matters.
because your dad what?
It's in my life.
Okay.
My daddy has the same name as me, and my granddaddy has the same name as him. And
Okay.
they both a lot, and they both help me out.
Kaylin says hi.
Tell Kaylin I said what up.
So do you have on? I thought you had on a one of your jackets or something.
I can tell.
I'm about to knock over my whole camera right now.
I didn't mean to do that. They can't see this, but you can see this.
Oh,
She said I'm a Scorpio too. My
oh, she
husband's a
missed
Kappa.
the whole part.
Your husband's a Kappa?
Yes,
Your husband's lucky.
I know.
Your husband is blessed.
Bless
Shout out to Kaylin's your daughter.
my daughter.
She's watching.
Shout out to Kaylin's uncle.
Uncle. Cousin.
Shout out to Kaylin's cousin.
Yes. Because he's a Kappa.
Yeah,
Yeah, nope.
He's the new.
it's the difference. He a
Yes.
noob.
Okay.
I already know.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
bag, you, he a noob.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I could learn what Nuke meant. That would be so great.
You want to know?
I do want to know.
There's various definitions of noob.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you one that I don't prescribe to, but I know what somebody will say. I'm gonna tell you what a young nigga will say.
All right.
Not me. Never ugly, pretty every day.
Never ugly, pretty every day. All right.
But I ain't pretty. I'm handsome from my daddy's face.
All right.
So I would never tell you that.
All right. Gotcha.
Okay. That's one example
One
of
example.
what noob can mean.
What Nuke can mean.
I
All
can't tell you what it really means.
right. I know you can't.
Your husband can tell you.
No,
I'm sorry. Her husband can tell you.
Yes.
Your cousin can tell you.
Yes.
But he ain't.
He's not gonna tell me.
He won't
ain't.
tell you.
I
Cause he
know.
a real nigga.
I
He
know.
a real made noob.
Yes.
And he can't because it's never spoken, allegedly.
Allegedly. I've been trying to find out.
You will never know. It's okay.
I even asked ChatGPT.
You asked ChatGPT.
Chat GPT is a. Let me tell you about Chat GPT. To educate your viewers on Chat GPT.
All right. That's it.
Okay.
GPT. Hey, he a noob. He a noob. He a noob.
All right. No.
Tell him about your business.
What's going on, man? Freddie P checking in from Fahrenheit 313, Detroit's hottest sneaker exchange, located on the Avenue of Fashion, 20114 Illinois, Fahrenheit 313. Check us out, man.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I had to do that because I'm a real made noob.
Okay.
And he a made noob.
Okay.
All right. What's the question?
We were trying to talk about your life coaching.
I know, but
No,
it
but you-
ain't about me. It's
But-
about him.
He was. What was your question? That what it was.
I forgot to. Y'all,
Come on,
somebody that was
come on,
listening,
come
tell
on,
us what that
come on,
question
come on,
was.
come
What was
on.
Talia
I got
about to
distracted.
ask?
I got distracted.
I'm
What was
ready.
it? It's about nukes. Oh wait, somebody just said hi. What did they say?
Somebody laughed. She's actually a Delta that laughed.
That person's a devastating diva. What up,
I
devastating
told her
diva?
not to
What
ask
up,
that,
devastating
y'all.
diva? What up, devastating diva?
Oh wait, my husband just chimed in.
What did
He
he
just
say?
threw
What
up
did he
a
say? What
new
did he say?
sign.
Hey, shout out to 50 Shades of Life
Life.
Not great.
podcast. Husband, a real made noob. He ain't a Kappa, he a noob. It's the difference.
All right.
Yes.
I see you, Noopy.
Oh my goodness, Lord. So
Hey,
again,
brother, you winning, bro. Your wife is
oh my gosh,
yes.
yes, she is a pretty girl. Yes, I am a pretty girl. That's all we'll say there. But
We were trying to hear about this life coaching, so we
Okay.
good for the real niggas.
how long have you been doing?
Since 2020.
Okay.
What made you a life coach?
Okay, can I be honest with you?
Why else would I ask you a question?
Look,
I
look,
want you to
look,
lie.
look.
Go ahead.
When I hired a life coach, I paid off my student loans.
Okay.
Okay. So
So I worked at, let me tell you a little bit about me. I worked at Took the Loans, like a mortgage for 10 plus years. I worked in the office of the president, which means I worked for Dan Gilbert. I met Dan Gilbert. I know the man,
Mhm.
the myth, the legend.
all right.
Taught me a lot,
Mhm.
whole lot. I have nothing bad to say about Dan.
Good. I want you to say it on here because we may need them to sponsor or something. But no.
I have nothing bad to say about Dan,
Yeah, go ahead.
Emerson, or any of their homies. And I know the homies.
Okay.
I got their numbers in my phone right now. What up, Bruce Schwartz?
Okay.
All right.
What up, Jay Burner?
Go ahead.
You telling us about?
I'm just telling you what I know.
Okay, so let's get back to the whole question. The question was, why life coach?
I was working for Dan Gilbert.
I heard you.
And 9 to 5
Okay.
in management.
You said you paid
in the
off.
office of the president.
Mm-hmm.
And my direct supervisor, which was a white woman, told me I could not invest in myself.
What did she say?
She was like, Danny, you need to worry about the isms and not yourself.
The isms.
Which is Dan Gilbert's culture.
Okay.
She wanted me to care about Dan Gilbert's culture. The difference is she never in her life ever met Dan Gilbert.
Okay.
Dan Gilbert said, I ain't gonna say what he said.
All right.
Okay.
He has how many companies? 40 plus.
Yeah.
What's his bread and butter? Quicken Loans, Rocket Mortgage.
Right.
Right now. He didn't start them other companies until that was up and running. Don't be a jack of all trades. Specialize. And then you move on. That's the lesson.
Yes.
Do not be a jack of all trades. That's not cute when you want to get money.
Yes.
That's cute when you're trying to impress a chick to hit. That is not cute when you want to get money.
Okay.
Do not be a jack of all trades. That's going to lose you money.
That's right.
What you need to do.
Don't have your eggs
what
everywhere.
you need to be.
Yeah.
Put all of your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
Be like Steph Curry.
Okay.
Steph Curry can dribble. He can drive. He's fast.
We can shoot.
Yes, he's fast. Yes, he's in great stamina.
Did you say no?
Number one thing that he's good at is, she said it, shooting.
Yes.
Okay? Ain't nobody in the history of the mother effing NBA can shoot like this man.
All right. True.
And that's what we lead with, is shooting. And then we'll say he is in shape, and he can dribble, he can shoot. When you get sick, if I get sick, I'm not going to the best doctor that's good at everything. I'm gonna go to the doctor that is the best at why you
sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
You all are 50 shades of light. Well, I'm not for everyone. Figure out who you are.
Oh,
I love. This is the new, a May new,
another May
Daniel
new.
New Daniel.
Oh, the new
48.
She attacked the man. I mean, he attacked the man. There's a lot going on.
50 Shades.
I know y'all saw me get punched out.
Yeah. Just don't knock over my camera, okay?
I ain't gonna knock it over. He tried to knock me.
He had too many drinks, y'all.
How y'all doing? Okay, I'm like this. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
I'm
How about
good.
you?
I'm good.
I'm wonderful. My name is Daniel Easterly. I'm the CEO of 40 Acres, a blockchain-enabled real estate technology application, as well as a nonprofit called We Can Be. We Can Be stands for With Equity, creating a new narrative for Black enterprises.
Yes,
Nice.
that's dope.
Yes.
We just got some substance in here.
Some substance. We're gonna talk
We had
on
some entertainment.
some substance.
We had entertainment.
We certainly did.
All right, so tell us a little bit more about that. So break it down for everybody that's listening, so they're educated in terms of what that means.
So a lot of people hear 40 acres and probably gather reparations, real estate, right? What you're owed, and that's kind of what I want. That's really what I want people to hear when they hear that, right? It's an application that helps our community keep the wealth there, right? Blockchain technology gives us the ability to build trust to create transparency and efficiency in our community and our transactions, whether it's within real estate, whether it's in business investing, whether it's in infrastructure investing, commodity investing. And that's what my application actually does. It creates a system, a new system, right, based on blockchain technology that allows us to truly invest and build wealth in a way that's never been seen before.
Wow.
And I believe it's a revolutionary type of application. And I'm here really to share that message, to
That's dope.
let people know 40 Acres is actually here for you to do exactly that.
So is this like you're an LLC and you guys already have the app up and running? Is that correct?
Yeah, we have the app up and running, but we're actually going to re-release it here at there.
Okay.
The last 10 years is what I've been in financial technology, cybersecurity, real estate sales the last 10 years myself, as well as a lot of other things, businesses. But everything, my background plays into what I do now. I've been investing into cryptocurrency for the last 10 years. And I'm a part of the reason why Detroit is now accepting cryptocurrency as a payment for property taxes and fees, because it actually what my business does, right?
That's dope.
So had a conversation with the mayor and educated him on what that technology does, and I think he sees the future of it. Right?
Yeah, he
So,
just announced that. What was that? Not too long ago.
Yeah, and I didn't look like this in the video, right? I was kind of rough. They caught me off guard. But,
You were in the video.
I was in the video, but they caught me off guard. But
literally, like maybe like 48, 72 hours ago. About it was recent.
It was recent in the last week for sure.
Yeah, in the last week. Yeah, that's dope. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Is there something we can type up here for you?
Let's see. Yeah, give us your business name. 1 minute.
My nonprofit is We Can Be with 2 N's.
We Can Be with 2 N's. Okay.
2 N's.
Okay.
And then the 40 Acres application, the 40 Acres app, right? And that's our platform.
Wait, We Can Be, is it your Instagram?
Both of our Instagrams.
Okay.
My brother's here. He's my co-founder, co-CEO of our companies.
40 Acres, you said.
Yes.
Is it anything else with it, or is it just 40 Acres on your website? I mean, on your
40acresapp.com is the actual website. Is the website, but 40 Acres app on Instagram. We Can Be on Instagram as well. And we basically do that every week, where we're teaching people how to invest, right? On Tuesdays at New Lab. And on Thursdays, we're educating people on what blockchain and technology can actually do for you. Because blockchain technology, a lot of people think it's for everyone, but the blockchain technology actually works best when it's associated with impact. And the biggest impact that I could have thought of, right, is my own community. And that's why I focused here. And a lot of other people don't know that there's other cultures that are trying to take advantage of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. And I don't want our people to get left behind in that knowledge, because they're teaching blockchain technology in school right now. And there's a lot of us who aren't in school.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're not constantly learning about this technology, you'll never know.
I don't know what blockchain
I was about to say you have to break that down. Not everybody understands what blockchain. So this is your time to tell everyone.
Your time to shine.
So blockchain technology is a new financial system. Okay. There's a current and a traditional way of doing real estate. There's a current traditional way of doing banking. But with cryptocurrency, which is the introductory point to blockchain technology, gives you the ability to have a new financial system where it's a circular ecosystem that's based on community. Okay. To where smart contracts, tokenization, real world assets, which are all probably still terms you guys don't know, right? But we're here to educate you on it, of course. But it's a simple system that just is a model of the system that we're in now, but with advanced technology that makes the processes more seamless. It builds trust between the people who are actually involved in the investment process. When it comes to real estate, if you were to put blockchain technology into real estate, it removes all of the paperwork.
Wow.
Right. And then it also gives you the ability to invest directly into the property.
Wow.
Okay.
That's powerful.
The digital, and when you think about equity, right? The reason that we call it We Can Be is because the equity piece. There's equity associated with real estate, right? When you think about a bank only gives you 1% exchange on your money, oftentimes, right? In the future, saving is not saving, right? In the future, investing is saving.
Okay.
That's real.
Right? Investing is how you save lives.
That's well.
And with
Yep.
with how we tokenize assets, associate with anything that grows, anything that has the ability to give you a yield or a percentage as it grows.
Okay.
If you can tokenize those type of assets, it gives you the ability to invest into real things, if that makes sense.
Yes, it's making sense.
It's
Yeah.
making sense. Okay, so that's advantageous not to everyone, but it's an advantageous to the people who've been left out of that for a majority of the time. And who do you think that is? That's us.
That's us.
Right? And
That's right.
so blockchain technology technically lowers the barrier of entry into these investment vehicles, where before, if you had to buy a house, right, full out, you have to spend $15,000, $20,000 on a down payment. This way, you can digitally have ownership of anything, a fractional ownership piece in anything, right? To where you're constantly building wealth, and you can see if Jay-Z invested into this real estate property, it's transparent to where you can see it because you're involved in the system, to where now your money's directed to investing in that as well.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you pitch this to like mortgage companies, consumer, like who do you pitch this to?
Everyone, because it's really for everyone, and not.
I'm like, where do you start?
Because it technically connects to every entity, the government, the people, right? It's a global, because really, in all honesty, right, cryptocurrency is a global currency.
Yeah.
Right. It's not something that's just local. When you think about the African diaspora, to the African diaspora, that's never been done before. That's never been done before. And if you're starting to build wealth in the African diaspora, that's a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
It takes the wealth to a whole nother level, because if you think about the resources, the commodities that come out of Africa, by you being able to invest in them, you're building wealth not only for us, but you're building wealth for them as well.
That's right.
And the reason that I named is because a long time ago when I was doing the research, right, I realized that our efforts sometimes are misplaced, right? And us believing that we'll get our 40 acres from a country that was built by us, but not for us.
That part,
right?
Man.
And a lot of us forget that when you think about African Americans, we forget that we're African first. And Africa plays a big part into why we're here too. So when you want to get your 40 acres, essentially you have to remember that Africa has the most potential for you to get those acres, where your money is more valuable in Africa as a African American than it is even here, right? There's a de-dollarization of America, of the world, actually happening right now, where people are moving away from the American dollar. And if you think about that, and now it puts you in a position to say, okay, if they're away from it, how do I connect with people who I want to be around? I'm not saying that everybody wants to be in Africa, right? But it's saying that you have an opportunity to invest in people that look like you.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. I actually want to get to Africa. We actually had an episode, speaking of Africa, we had an episode where we had someone, was she from Tanzania?
She was from Uganda.
Okay.
Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a travel agent from Uganda.
Nice.
And we learned so much on that episode. I think it was like maybe episode 9 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need to go. And actually, my son is going to Africa 2026 with his school.
Nice. Okay.
This is like their first trip going to Africa. I'm like, hold on, I want to go.
And our nonprofit is actually attempting to do that next year as well.
Really?
We taking people to Africa. I'm actually a dual citizen of Ghana.
Really?
So at the beginning of this year, I was in Ghana for six months, just living, right?
I want to go so bad.
And I'm telling you, it's a different feeling. When I got off the plane, they put a crown on my head. They said, "Boy, you're a king," and that's a different.
Dang.
That's a different feeling when you go to a place where majority of the people look like you, and you walk into a place and they're like, "Man, I can see the king in you."
Wow.
Right?
Definitely a different experience in America.
You're not going to experience that in America the same way. But the big thing is about experiencing it for yourself, and not listen to all the people that tell you that Africa is a wasteland, or they're telling all these
that's what she was talking about. Yeah. And she was like, it's so many, like, you know, if you go to like Uganda, or you have like, because you're talking more of the Western African country, and she's like, you know, you have a situation where the 3 areas you can get to, and they have all 3 different types of like environments.
Yep.
And she's like, if you want beach, you can go here. You want the forest and stuff like that, you go over here. You go over. Yeah. So she was like, I want you to go here, 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 and then she arranges all of it. And I'm like, dude, that's dope.
That is dope. That's actually amazing.
No,
That's
remember you were
amazing.
looking for it.
That's
Yeah,
actually
no way.
amazing. And that's what I did. Even when I first went to Africa, I was heck yeah, I was all over the place, and it's because I wanted to learn. Right?
You have any family from there? Like
yeah, I'm technically Nigerian. I did my background stuff, so I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know, but I'm Ghanaian and Nigerian, but as well as some other stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
mine was Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Power to the people. I like that.
Yes.
But Nigerian and Ghanaian, but I didn't realize that until I actually started going, because I had to do more research on, because I really wanted to know. I'm like, man, when I go back to America, I'm gonna know who I am.
Yeah.
And you learn that, because think about this. In order for us to be even sitting here talking, right, 400 years after slavery, somebody in your family had to be the strongest person in the world. Somebody had to survive the Atlantic slave trade. They have to survive potentially being lynched, potentially being beaten to death, potentially jumping overboard off of a boat when they were slaves. And the people who allowed us to be here, they're some of the strongest people in the world as our ancestors, because they could have died at any point, right? And there's millions of us here, but that's 400 years of us not knowing ourselves. And when you think about a knowledge gap or the wealth gap, it's like, of course there's a wealth gap. Of course there's a knowledge gap right now. It's because there's 4 years of us not knowing who the heck we are.
Yeah.
Right? And how do you teach somebody about who you are when your history in America is slavery?
Yeah.
That's what they teach you.
And now I ain't want to teach that.
You don't want to know. I don't want and me going to Africa made me realize I don't want to know. I don't want my kids to know that they were ever a slave. I want you to know who you really are. And the way that you know who you really are is by knowing that when you go to Ghana, you step off of a plane, somebody's going to put a crown on you.
What do you feel like if you don't tell them this? I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Let's talk about it.
So if you ever feel like, if you said you don't want them to know, you don't want them to know at all?
No, and you know, and I was telling somebody this earlier. If somebody hurts you, and you have to be around them all the time, you don't constantly want to be reminded of the hurt they did to you. That's any relationship that you have, right? If you're in a relationship with your husband, right, and they did something wrong to you, you don't want to constantly be reminded of that, because what does it do? It keeps you in a constant state of trauma.
I think sometimes, though, you can look at certain things and say, I mean, I'm for the conversation of the podcast, right?
For the sake of the conversation.
So I think that I would, and as I do have kids, I think it's important to teach them both.
I agree.
Right? Because I feel like now constantly, no, I do have a problem with that. Anything that you're keeping on opening wounds, but at the same time, you cannot forget something that was detrimental in where we are right now, right? Something that was critical in what happened. So, and I take it into say, this is where we were. We came from kings, queens, the most powerful civilization, right, that existed. And we still are the most powerful civilization, even when we were completely devastated, removed, and everything. Because look how like our culture affects every single continent, right? And there's so much hatred that has happened. So that obviously means there's power, right? So I think it's important to teach them the whole circle, but not to dwell on, oh, we were slaves and we did this. Well, let's talk about everything.
Yeah.
You know, that's what my take is on it.
And I understand it. And I understand and respect it.
Yeah.
Right. And I would say that a rounded view is always good to make a balanced person. When you think about the history of slavery and opening a constant wound, it's almost like as a kid, why would I want to know that I was a slave if I was a king before? The knowledge that's lost. There's 400 years of knowledge lost. If we were never enslaved, all you would know is that you were a king.
I think also I think it's important because you're still dealing with those types of people today.
You're still dealing
if you were in an isolated environment, you never had to deal with those types of people. And right now we're dealing in that climate right now where you need to know who the hell you're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
So you need to understand the kind of person that you dealt with and what happened to us, because otherwise you're living in this fake world. You're not going to say, why was this person so mean to me? Or why is this person treating me this way? Or why is it treating me this way? Because you're missing the story. That's like taking the main part, or not a main part, taking a part of the movie or the book out, the chapter out. And then the person's like, I feel like I'm missing something. You know, like why are we receiving that? So it'd be different if we were in an environment where we didn't have that interaction, but we do.
Yeah.
I think if we lived over there, maybe, you know, we wouldn't maybe need to talk about the story. But if you are from over here, I think you have to talk about that story.
And I agree.
Because here in the US, like it's rough.
I agree. And I think that
it's about to get rough.
But I think that's why I preach about going back to Africa.
Yeah.
It's saying I want to cure the trauma. We need to be removed for a second, because 400 years of slavery, and then we immediately integrated to where we integrated at a point where we still didn't know ourselves. To where it's like, hey, was that the right? Because even when you think about putting us in a situation where we were around other people, it's like we did that, and what it really did is not desegregate us, it desegregated our finances. To where we're now spending our money with someone else. And I think that's a topic where, okay, I can talk about slavery, I can talk about these different things, but then I want to talk about the thing that we're missing in it, which is wealth and knowledge.
Well, I think we tried to build that, right? And then
they tore it down.
Matter of fact, I guess the podcast is about to go live probably next weekend. She's from here, from Detroit. Her name is Nzinga, and she is a producer, writer, everything. But she's launching. I don't know if it came out yet. I think it comes out in 2025. Yeah, 2025, and it's called.
No, it might be November. I thought she said she's gonna do it November, December.
I gotta listen to my own podcast. if she's on here, but it's called Housewives of Detroit, right?
Okay.
But it talks about Black Bottom and all that and how big it really is. So she went and did the real research. But it's so many places, like even in Oklahoma, right? They're bringing that whole case back up. But we tried to do that, right? So we were trying to build our own wealth many times. And they burned it down, lynched, killed, built roads over it. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, I just feel like it's important to just fully educate folks on like the whole history. Right. That's what, and it should, I would hope, to create a sense of empowerment, to be like, damn, we did come from that, huh?
Yeah, and or just like a strength that you're able to withstand things. So I get your point. I understand yours, and I understand hers too. The only thing that I would say that I would like to add, because I've been sitting here listening, I think that you also have to remember that there's no utopia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Girl,
wherever you go,
you got to create it. That's the secret right there. That's the secret sauce. You got to create your utopia. And technology actually gives us the ability to do that. I wrote a book called A New Nation Inside of a Nation, The Age of Technology and the Black Dollar. And it talks about all of the different ideologies great leaders have and how technology actually connects them. To where if you think about the time period that we're living in, you have technology that allows us to have an economic standard of living. You have a technology that gives you the ability to literally bridge the divide. And the reason to educate ourselves on technology is for that, is understanding, hey, there's a new way of doing things, and we don't have to live like this. We can create a utopia that it's about us seeking the knowledge to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. So you are an author, developer. Can I ask your age?
Oh Lord.
He said no. He want to keep that a secret.
They want to know.
Because recently I've been shocked by people's ages.
How do I look?
You do not have to tell us, sir, if you don't want to.
I'll tell you if you guess right. If not, I'm gonna say I'm 40.
No.
I don't look 40. No. I look like an old man.
You think so?
Why? Because you got a beard?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna say you're 32.
Yeah, I was about to say like 31, 30. I was about to say that.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's because I'm psychic.
I mean,
Follow her on her tarot.
But yeah.
That's cool. Well, I am like, did you follow us?
Who,
Did
me?
you? Yeah, did you
Yeah.
follow us on
I
Instagram?
think I followed you guys yesterday, but
Okay. Well, make sure you DM us because we definitely want to bring you back on to something to the full
Yeah, for
podcast. This
sure.
was a great
Yeah,
conversation.
you have
I would
lots of.
love to.
We were struggling with your boy.
You talking about the other day.
We're not
About
gonna.
Daniel Butler.
We're not gonna bash our guests. We're
that
happy.
was not. I was struggling to.
Like, what is he talking about? Over
I know, but we are happy to have everyone.
That is not bashing. This is 50 Shades. We keep it real. Okay.
We were entertained by
We
everyone.
were fully entertained. Somebody said, "What am I witnessing?"
Danny, they throwing shade at you, Danny.
Like, no
When
shade,
he-
man. No,
when he
no
sobers
shade,
up,
man.
when he sobers up,
No
he is
shade,
going to be
Danny.
cracking up, laughing.
He,
Like
was he on here talking crazy?
Yes, but we respect it, and we're happy
I
for
was
her.
just trying to understand his vision
All
and
guests.
dream.
No wonder he called me.
I was just trying to understand the
We're
vision
happy
and
for
dream.
all guests, we thank.
I got you.
That was it. What was the vision and dream? I know he's a life coach.
He life coach. He works with and actually he works with my team too. So we have like a team of like 19 for 40 acres now. And
Really?
he actually came on board to help with life coaching and marketing and different things with my team as well. So,
You could probably tell more about him than he could at this current stage right now because
It's not gonna let
Did he
you
really come
go.
up here like that? Oh.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Hey, I apologize, everybody who saw him on here
They loved
for
it.
him.
yeah, they loved it.
All right.
It was
Okay.
entertaining. We welcome all guests. You
So
know,
what? So so he's a life coach since 2020.
Mm.
I got that. Is it a life coach to males, females, everybody?
To
Like,
everybody, he's a really good guy, right? And I know
I got that.
I know he probably came over here wasted, but he's a really good guy, life coach and life coaches in the state.
He said that, and I asked him how. That's what we couldn't get the answer to.
Yeah, it's because they have like qualifications in terms of life coaching, I guess.
Really?
But he's been doing it for a while, so he does it for everyone. If you guys need some life coaching, Danny Butler is the perfect guy for you, and he's all over the Midwest doing it, educating people, but also helping them not just with their life, but also their business, their family, so on
Yeah.
and so forth. So
You gotta give me. Do you know his IG?
it's Danny. Let's say,
NNY.
yeah.
but I'll tell you.
And
I'll tell
I think he was very entertaining. I enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it. I still was trying
he
to get
had
the answer.
multiple people. He brought over multiple people.
He
because He had a
did.
lot of energy.
he probably brought my brother over here too. Then
Was he a Kappa?
yeah, the one
Yeah.
with the Kappa,
He said he was with
that's my co-founder too.
what did he say he was with?
I don't know if he had a hoodie on. He
He
brought.
had a black jacket on with a Kappa shirt underneath.
I didn't see underneath.
Nah,
He
this guy
said his
was,
name
he
and
had a
he left.
black shirt
Exactly.
and gray pants on.
I don't remember.
never mind.
So are all y'all Kappas? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we the noobs.
Yeah, my husband was.
She with the noobs.
That's why he
now.
was going.
She with the noobs. now.
Gotta wrap up, buddy.
Okay.
Got stuff to do.
Had to say that.
DANNY Butler, right?
Yes.
Mm.
The noobs.
Gotta pack up.
All right.
It's a pleasure, guys.
Yes, and we
Yes,
enjoyed
that
your
was a great conversation. I'm glad he
Yes.
pulled you over here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here with you guys. It's an amazing show, by the way.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And the conversation was enriching. I mean, I wish you guys both much success in what you
Thank
guys
you.
are doing, and
And you
keep
too.
pushing. Yeah, keep
Yeah, for
pushing,
sure.
And we're
Keep
gonna
spreading
check
the
out
message.
Yeah, I want to know more about.
blockchain. I don't even know.
Yeah, and everybody, again, we have classes at New Lab every Tuesday and Thursday. So if anybody wants to educate themselves on cryptocurrency, how to invest in cryptocurrency, what it does for you in terms of hedging against inflation, making you money, right? We educate you guys on how to invest on Tuesdays, and then we teach you guys what it actually does on Thursdays at New Lab every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 to 8:30 every week.
And that's New Lab. That's over there by Michigan Central. That's what that
Right
huge
down-
building I was showing you. So that's where we do a lot of our stuff as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So come hang out with all of us over at New Lab.
Yes.
All right.
All right, you guys. Well, we are ending. He was the grand finale
Yes.
to our show here, 50 Shades of Life at Creator Con Detroit. This is it. So we will see you guys next year, hopefully. We're going to put that in the air.
Yes.
It's going to be bigger
It's gonna
and
be bigger,
better
and it's gonna be
with
spas
food
and
trucks.
food.
We're gonna do it big.
All right. All right. And shout out to all the pretty girls out there. That's all I would say about that. And we pray that my cousin has a safe trip. She did get her bag, you guys. American Airlines. Thank you for bringing it. You were late, but thank you.
Not to leave.
Yes. So thank you guys. Thank you to Danny, who is running around here waving. He ran by you waving and laughing.
It's funny that we got the same name too. So my name is Daniel. His is Danny, and it's a whole thing.
Well, thank you, Danny and Danny.
The Dannys.
Yeah.
Daniels.
Yes. So, all right, you guys, we're ending. Thank you again for watching us for the last 2 days, Friday and Saturday, here on 50 Shades of Life. We will be reposting these at some point on our YouTube page, which is still 50 Shades of Life. Everything is SHA8DES of Life. Everything: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Patreon, Facebook, everything, including the website that is now up and running, which is www.50shadesoflife.
Oh, we got merch now.
And we now have merch. It just says pre-order, but you cannot pre-order. It says pre-order coming soon. So it's the pre-order before the pre-order. Okay.
And my IG on my IG is Daniel Q East on IG. And all of our business pages are there for you guys to access, from my custom suit company all the way down to 40 acres and Weekend.
Got it. All right. Well, we had that up there. So, all right, you guys have a great night, and we will see y'all later. Deuces.
All right, we're done.